What's good, Washington fans? We are in the offs, like Chase Young said. We want Tom Brady. We want Tom Brady. Some bold words from the young guy. So, huge game, man. We haven't been to the playoffs since 2015. The Buccaneers have been to the playoffs since like 2007 or something like that. So, it's been a long time. And our last playoff win was 2005 against the Buccaneers, against Chris Sims, Sean Taylor. Had a huge game. Clinton Portis. It was an offensive struggle. Of course, Tom Brady is way better than Chris Sims, but hopefully that's what I'm hoping for. I think that's the only way we can really win this game is a nasty, ugly game. That's the only way we can win this game. We're just a defensive team. We know what we are. We know what we're best at. Alex Smith banged up. I heard Taylor Heineke had first team reps again today. But like I said, I like Taylor Heineke, and I know a lot of people like Taylor Heineke, and a lot of people have a fan club for him. And once again, I want to thank my Elite Channel members, DC Bay, Kenny Man Fitness, On the Warpath. We were lit. Oscar, Josue Montel, he wasn't able to make it, but we had a lot of fun. We had a blast. People were making some jokes in the chat, but we had a blast. We had a great time celebrating the NFC East Championship, or being NFC East champs. But we got to move on from that. One and not done. We got to focus on the Buccaneers. They're a good team. You know, they got Antonio Brown. They have Chris Godwin. They have Gronk, Cameron Brate. They have some really good wide receivers. Mike Evans, if he plays, Scotty Miller, Tyler Johnson. They have a full arsenal of weapons. Ronald Jones is a good running back. Leonard Fournette is a good backup running back. They just can't catch out the backfield. They struggle with that. LaShawn McCoy, if he plays, they have a really good team. Tristan Wirfs is a heck of an offensive tackle. What's his name? Ali Marpet is a really good guard. They have a good offensive line. They only given up like 22 sacks on the year. But when you do pressure Tom Brady, that's when you win ball games. The Saints were able to do it. The Rams were able to do it. The Chiefs were able to do it. The Bears were able to do it. That's how you got to win this game, is getting pressure. So I'll get into my keys to the game really quickly here. First and foremost, of course, we got to get some pressure. We got to get interior pressure. Their guards are really good. The matchup, of course, that we're looking forward to is Chase Young versus Tristan Wirfs, or Chase Young versus Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith has given up 6 sacks on the year. He's been up and down. He's been a little inconsistent. He kind of is the weak link on this offensive line for the Bucs. So if we can match up whoever it is, Montez Sweat, Chase Young, they have to take advantage of that matchup. And I think Chase Young should do a great job against Tristan Wirfs too. He has to put his money where his mouth is. He said he wants Tom Brady. He's got to step up and he's got to make some pressure. If not a sack, at least be felt. At least get a tip pass. You know, bat a pass down. He's been good at that. Montez Sweat has been great at that. Deron Payne, Tim Settle, John Allen, all of them. I think all of them have tipped a pass this year. And a lot of the tip passes that have happened have led to interceptions by Cameron Curl, Kendall Fuller. Deron Payne got an interception. So we have to get our hands up on defense. Have to get our hands up and get pressure on Tom Brady. Tom Brady hasn't done well under pressure. Like I said, all the games that they lost, that's how you beat him. You have to get pressure on Tom Brady. Second is run the football. I know it's going to be hard against the Buccaneers defense. They're like ranked they might be first in yards allowed, rushing yards allowed. They're like first or second. They're really good at stopping a run. Todd Bowles is a heck of a defensive coordinator. I remember he was a coaching candidate for us last year. So, I mean, they stop the run. They do a good job at it. We have to put 2 tight ends out there. We got to run the ball. We got to establish some type of run game. We got to help Allison. We got to help out Taylor. Got to take some pressure off them. They're just, you know, I don't know. In the Bucs, they are vulnerable. Their pass defense is vulnerable. But we got to establish a run. We are a better team. Everybody in the NFL is a better team when they run the football, but we are really good. We got to get the ball to Gibson, got to get him established, even get some carries to Peyton Barber, even Jaden McKissick, but we got to establish some type of running game. We got to win in the trenches. Got to do that. 3 is quick hitters. Get the ball out quick. Help out Alice once again. Get the ball out quick. They like to blitz a lot. The Bucs have 48 sacks on the year. 48. We have 47. They have 48. So they get to the quarterback. JPP with 4 fingers, Jason Pierre-Paul, he's still really good. And Ndamukong Suh, we know he's a dirty player, but he's still pretty good. Shaq Barrett is a good pass rusher. He's coming back. Devin White being out is huge. He is on the virus list. He got the virus last week. If the game was on Sunday, he would have been able to play, but he can't play. I think he has 9 sacks on the year. That's a big hole for them. He's a huge pass rusher for them. at linebacker. He creates a lot of pressure. So him being out is a huge help for us. It really does help us out a lot. But we have to get the ball out quick. They blitz a lot. They do lead the league in giving up touchdowns on blitzes. They give up 14. They've given up 14 touchdowns, passing touchdowns, while blitzing. They lead the league in that on touchdowns given up while blitzing. So we have to take advantage of that. Use their aggressiveness against them. Some quick screens. You know, Alex Smith loves to do screens and check downs and all that. Quick screens to Logan Thomas. That was working against the Eagles. Quick screens to Terry McLaurin. Quick screen to Cam Sims. That stuff was working against the Eagles in the first half. So those first scripted plays, it's going to work for Alex. It is. And it should work on this defense too. They have been beaten deep. I've seen it happen. The Bucs can get beaten deep. We saw Tyreek Hill. That's a different animal with Pat Mahomes. And Cooper Kupp went crazy on the Bucs pass defense. Now, they do have a good corner in Carlton Davis. He's questionable, but he should be playing. So that should be a good matchup, Terry McLaurin versus Carlton Davis. But other receivers they've been able to do some damage. You know, the Falcons, Calvin Ridley got some good yardage on the Buccaneers last week or 2 weeks ago as well. So you can throw the ball on the Bucs. They really do a good job of stopping the run, but they struggle stopping the pass. Can't start slow. We cannot start slow. Have to get off to a fast start. I'm not saying put up 20 points, you know, in the first quarter or second half or the whole half, but we got to put some points on the board on that first drive, the first couple drives. Offense has to help our defense out. They have to. They're gonna have to. There's gonna have to be a drive where we start from our own 20, our own 10-yard line. Can't be fields. Got to be a touchdown. We have to convert in the red zone. We cannot start off down 10-0. I know it's a cliche key, but this is where we kill ourselves. When we're down 10-0, we're down 20-0. That's when we lose ball games. We cannot start off slow. Once again, no more muff punts, no more fumble punts. Steven Sims has to catch the football. Got to utilize Logan Thomas. He's been a beast, 70 catches on the year. Got to utilize J.D. McKissick out of the backfield. Got to utilize Antonio Gibson. I'm looking for Cam Sims as well to step up. Maybe even Steve Sims catch the football. Got to use the running backs. Got to use the wide receivers. Got to use the running backs out of the backfield. I like our matchups against our linebackers. They do struggle in coverage, so I do like that over the middle. Once again, got to win the turnover battle. Cannot turn the ball over. All the games that we won the turnover battle. This is what it is. Got to keep them under 20 points. Tom Brady, he does struggle in prime time. He's 1-3 in prime time this year. He's getting older. I remember the game where he forgot it was 4th down. He thought he had a 5th down or something like that. So he is getting older. He is losing some brain cells, but he is still legit, man. 40 touchdowns on the year, 40 passing touchdowns on the year. He's just gotten better in the second half. They had miscommunication, you know, with him and Bruce Arians. They were going at it a little bit and throwing shade at each other, whatever, comments and whatnot. But they've gotten better over the past couple games. Now, there's been some weaker opponents. They played the Lions. They played the Falcons. They played the Vikings, and they lit those teams up, some weaker opponents. So our defense is probably the best defense they played against since probably the Rams. So, you know, Chase Young and them boys coming after Tom Brady. We got to get it done and get after him. Like I said, they can put up points. Scott Turner might have to throw out a trick play with Logan Thomas. You just have to pull all the tricks out the bag. Some reverses here and there. But let's just not get away from our bread and butter, which is running the football, make it easy on Alex, getting the ball out quick, finding Logan Thomas, finding J.D. McKissick in the backfield. We have to limit big plays. Cannot let Antonio Brown go crazy, go wild, and run past Scotty Miller. Ronald Darby's had a solid year this year. Kendall Fuller's had a solid year. Cameron Curl's been a beast. Jeremy Reeves is going to have to step up in a big game. This is going to be a big game for him. Both safeties in Cameron Curl, the rookie. Bostic's got to play big. Cole Holcomb's got to get back there. Their running backs do struggle in pass block. Cole Holcomb and Kevin Pierre-Louis, they're looking for damage. They're looking for smoke. So once they blow up that running back blocking, get back to Tom Brady. Got to get there. Once again, Scott Turner, this is a big game for him with the play calling. Honestly, now the controversy is, who would you start, Alex Smith or Taylor Heineke? It's a tough one. It's a tough one. In the Bucs, they can throw the ball. They're ranked second in pass offense. Their pass defense is ranked 21st. So that's why I say that their pass defense is really, really vulnerable. It's really vulnerable. I think we can definitely get there and get some yardage on them. Now, who would I start? And I asked this question on my stream. Who would I start? Taylor Heineke, Ice Cold Heineken, or Alex Smith on 1.5 leg with struggling with the calf injury? It's a tough one. Alex is the one who got us there. You know, like Bruce Arians said, we're 5-1 with Alex Smith. You know, Alex Smith has been great for us, man. We would not be here if it was not for Alex Smith. We would not be in the playoffs. We'd be sitting at home. The huge win against the Steelers, beating the Cowboys, some big wins under Alex Smith's belt. So, me personally, after seeing Alex play against the Eagles, where he threw 2 interceptions and fumbled the ball and could barely move, was a sitting duck, and you know how the Bucs love the blitz. They just blitz all the time. That's what they want to do. They do drop their corners back in coverage. They want to keep things underneath. Honestly, I would probably, I know what Ron's going to do. He's going to start Alex. And I don't want this to be another RG3 moment where we start our quarterback who got us there and he gets hurt in the middle of the game. We're probably winning 14-10 against the Bucs. I can see a scenario where we're winning against the Bucs 14-10. Alex gets injured or whatever. He's just hobbling. And then we just keep pressing that he's playing. He gets hurt even more, and then he throws an interception or fumbles or something like that. Then we got to throw Heineke in, and then the Bucs just go crazy or something like that. But Heineke keeps it competitive, and the Bucs just start scoring and go crazy. But my what I would do, I would honestly start Heineke. I would, because the way Alex was in that Eagles game, it was bad. It was hard to watch. It really was. It was hard to watch. He could barely move, threw interceptions, and fumbled the ball. The best thing about Alex is not turning the ball over. He turned the ball over. But honestly, what I think Ron's going to do, he's going to start Alex. Alex is really good on that first drive. We're probably going to have a good first drive. We'll probably score on the first drive. I wouldn't be surprised. And then Alex, he might, I don't know if he can take the pain through the second half, and we might have to throw Heineke in. But honestly, I start Heineke. I like what I saw. I'm not going to get too hyped up. I don't think he's Joe Montana like a lot of people think he is. I don't think he's this awesome quarterback. I think the last start he had, he threw like 3 interceptions, something like that. But he knows Scott Turner's offense. He's comfortable in it. He can move. He's mobile. Not scared. He's not scared to throw the ball downfield. You saw what he did with throw to J.D. McKissick, threw the ball downfield to Logan Thomas. I know it was a soft Panthers defense, but if you look at Alex Smith, I don't think he can really move. And Heineke looked good. He showed some promise. He showed some effort. He showed that he's comfortable in that offense. So, and he's going to hit the check down. That's what we need to do in this offense. Man, he looks confident. So, I would start Heineke, but it is what it is. I trust Ron. If we start Alex, I wouldn't be mad, but you got to see how he plays. You got to give him a quick leash, a short leash. So, my final prediction for this game. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Like, if we can get to Tom, we are the Buccaneers kryptonite. They don't want to see a defensive line like we got. They don't want to see us in the playoffs. Like Nick Wright said, he loves our matchup. He said a couple weeks ago, one of the few national media guys giving us a lot of credit, that this matchup would scare the Buccaneers, and I'm with him. But I do have us losing this game 20-14. I think at the end, Tom has like a game-winning drive or something like that, 20-14. So. But if we do lose, I'm not mad. You had a heck of a season. NFC East champs, and the future is bright. I know everybody's hyped up on Deshaun Watson. I don't think that trade's going to happen, but like I said, that's another conversation for the offseason. But I could definitely see us winning this game. I can see it go both ways. I just think, the Buccaneers just have more of a high-powered offense, and our offense is going to hurt us in this game once again. And unless we can get a pick six or a scoop and score, I got us losing 20-14. So you guys let me know what you guys think, man. Hail to the football team. Peace.